Greetings, this is Jeff Corpenny. It's February 25th, 2015. Last night we had our Board of Trustees monthly, last Tuesday of the month meeting. And I'll put a link here, maybe I'll even try to get a clip for you, of my attempt to read this document that is titled Consent to Assignment. This is a document that was drafted by Big O, which is now Waste Management. And this is actually a resolution, and Township Legal Counsel did not draft this. However, their input was to take out 5 or 6 words at the end on item number 5. So since the board president, even though I attempted to read this so the public could hear it, disallowed it at last night's meeting. I'll get some screenshots also of the actual document to put up and read it so the public can hear what happened and what the criteria is. Consent to assignment. Whereas the Township of Bowling Green Township, Ohio, the customer, and Big O Refuse Corporation, quote, BOC, unquote, and or Big O Refuge, LLC, quote, BOL, quote, and together with BOC, quote, BOR, unquote, entered into an agreement dated, and this probably would have last night's date in it, the agreement for the collection and disposal of the customer's solid waste and or recycled materials, and whereas Waste Management of Ohio Incorporated, quote, WM, unquote, and BOR entered into an asset purchase agreement effective as of February 2nd, 2015, whereby BOR sold and Waste Management purchased certain assets, customer lists, equipment, agreements, and contract rights of BOR related to its operations in the state of Ohio, and whereas as a part of BOR selling these assets, BOR desires to assign the agreement to WM, and WM desires to assume the rights and obligation thereunder of future performance, and whereas BOR and WM request customers' consent to the assignment of the agreement, and whereas customer desires to consent to the assignment of the agreement from BOR to WM upon the terms and conditions set forth herein. Now therefore, customer hereby consents to the assignment of the agreement for BOR to WM upon the following provisions, conditions, and terms. Number 1. Customer hereby acknowledges that the agreement is in full force and effect as of the date hereof, and a true and correct copy of same and all relevant documents incorporated by reference therein, together with all amendments, supplements, and modifications are attached as Exhibit A hereto. Number 2. Customer hereby acknowledges that there is no default or event of default, and no condition or set of facts exists which with the passage of time and or the giving of notice would constitute a default by BOR in connection with this agreement. Number 3. Customer hereby confirms all the terms and conditions of the agreement as of the date hereof. Number 4. Customer hereby consents to the assignment and assumption of the agreement contemplated hereby, provided that neither the assignment of the agreement nor customer's consent thereto shall constitute a waiver of the necessity for customer's future consent to any and all subsequent assignments of the agreement. to the extent which consent to required by the terms of the agreement. Number 5, customer hereby releases performance bonds, letters of credit, and other financial assurances provided by or on behalf of BOR, if any subject to customer's receipt of WM replaces of the same. The words that continued that are marked out said, comma, if the same is required by the agreement. In witness thereof, the parties hereto set their hand and seal this blank day of blank 2015, blank of blank Ohio, by name, title, and date. And that would be the date of last night's meeting, February 24th, 2015. And the document also notes Exhibit A, parentheses, agreement. I have been asking the fiscal officer from the very point that I was first able to see this assignment document for Exhibit A. I have not received Exhibit A, and if I do, when I do, I'll provide that to the public as well. So I'll try to put an audio or a clip of the video, if I can get that, of how this vote went down. It took place approximately an hour, 7 minutes, an hour, 7.5 minutes into the meeting. The Big O Waste Management assignment. Trustee Corpenning wanted it read into the public, and President Hupp disallowed it. There was a roll call vote. Ben Hupp, yes. Dan Van Buren, yes. Jeff Corpenning?
I think we had under unfinished business was, and I'm sure everybody here is aware of it, but if not, Waste Management.
Everybody's listening.
Waste Management bought out Big O. So since we had a contract with Big O, now we're going to have a contract with Waste Management, if we so choose to do. We don't have to.
Isn't our contract good for 3 years, though?
Yes.
Right.
Right. After that.
Yes, and Big O, which is now Waste Management, sent Jenny a letter that stated, correct me if I'm wrong, that they're going to honor the same contract.
Right.
So it's not going to go up or anything like that, the same terms, all that kind of stuff. So it won't change.
Did you, I sent that to you, didn't I?
No, I talked
Yes, I
about
did.
this? Maybe.
Basically just saying Waste Management's taking over the contract.
So what do we actually have to adopt? The consent assignment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can have a lot of information.
Does anybody have any questions with that switch over? I don't know much about it, but I mean, if I can answer anything, we will.
Whatever you're talking about, huh?
From Big O to Waste Management.
Yeah, they gotta pick up the trash.
They're gonna pick it up at the same price.
Same price, yeah. I talked to the gentleman that was working for Big O, is now working for Waste Management. I spoke with him today. And he said it's still gonna be on Wednesday, same day.
That one brother's starting a new company up, starts 1st of March.
As long as it's not city line, we're all right.
Atkins.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I noticed in Granville's paper, their Waste Management said they would send letters out to everybody to let them know what was going on. I presume they're going to do the same here in Bowling Green.
I don't know, that didn't state that email, I don't think.
I don't think it did.
I don't know. I could find out.
I'm just curious because I saw,
Sure.
you know, if they were going to do it at Granville Center, the city of Granville staying with Waste Management. The
Yeah.
Township, I understand, dropped the contract.
When I talked to the prosecutor, she said there was numerous contracts that were being converted over. She said there was only one that wasn't going to go with it, but they were also almost ready to rebid the contract. So,
It's Waste Management.
what day are they still picking up? Same time or same day? And
Early, well, one time they came like, what, 7:30 maybe?
Yeah.
Then, for this week they came like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think.
If Waste Management's taking over, it'll
It's
be
always
later.
on Monday.
Mondays up there. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll make a motion that we go ahead and adopt the consent to assignment. This was drawn up by the prosecutor, correct?
It was actually
No.
drawn up by the trash company.
She made an
But
amendment. to it.
she made one adjustment but approved the rest.
I'm going to request you read that so everybody can
Just
hear
the-
it, because it does affect everybody, the entire, where they're calling this an assignment from Waste Management. I think everybody should hear it,
You just want the correction read? The whole thing?
the whole thing. Nobody, the public hasn't heard anything. The corrections is part that's, what, the 5 words at the bottom?
Yeah.
Do people want to hear this? Or we could set it out here and let you see it after me.
What is it,
That's
Ben?
fine. It's the contract
They're
that,
calling it a consent to assignment. It's actually a resolution, because it starts with whereas.
It says
was
that we're
written by
gonna
Waste
let-
Management.
Waste Management pick up the trash now since they were bought out,
Oh, okay.
since Big O was bought out,
Just confirmation letter.
pretty much.
It's actually a resolution. Whereas the
Do you guys
township,
want to hear it?
Not really.
No.
No?
whereas the township of,
Jeff, I'm going to move forward with that we just go ahead and,
you don't want them to hear the details of this.
if they, I asked everybody sitting in here.
I'd like it at least in the record that it's available.
That's fine, it'll be
So
sitting
you're
on.
gonna sit here for us to look at? didn't you?
Absolutely.
Are you
Is
gonna
there
put
a
this on the
second to
web?
the motion?
Is it gonna go on the web, or
All right.
how are people gonna see it if it's in here on the table?
Public record, right?
I have read it, so, but I know the public hasn't.
Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second it.
Ben?
Yes.
This, just to clarify, this is with her redaction, or her marked out part on there, as it's presented in that draft or whatever it is.
Yes. Dan?
Yeah.
Jeff?
No,
I think, isn't there a place to sign in or no?
does it have a place for the vote on there?
No.
Witness.
You know, Facebook and
Oh, yes,
Actually, got
Do you have it on?
there, right?
I do.
YouTube.
I can witness
Then,
this one.
you know,
Yeah.
okay. Is your husband?
Oh, yeah.
You know, he scares me.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
He wouldn't let
it does sound funny.
Yes. Let's do it.
That's fine.
You can have Iris.
We moved, it passed, so we moved forward, we're gonna do it. It has to be notarized, so,
It didn't have any deadline or anything. I believe that it's a done deal already anyway.
yeah, if not, they
It's
can
already,
just not pick up.
it's
Yeah,
a
they can just-
continuation of what's already there. That's kind of ex post facto and redundant.
The official document that needs to be signed needs to be notarized, so, I'll take the responsibility of signing it and getting it notarized.
That's fine.
Says it needs notarized?
Says it's gotta be witnessed. And sealed. Yeah. I assume that's what that means, right?
What's the words?
Read that. Give me your expert opinion, Jeff. Maybe I'm wrong.
In witness thereof, the parties hereto set their hand and seal this the day of 2015. Doesn't say it has to be a notary.
Well, yeah, it has to be notarized.
If you feel it needs to, then go ahead.
look into it. If it needs notarized, I'll take care of it. If it doesn't, I'll sign it and send
So we
it.
have a township seal you could use, so it needs sealed.
I haven't seen that thing in how long?
I think inventory says Barb, zoning inspector has it. So if you need it, that's where you get it.